2024 is a great time to be an Xbox fan all across the world. There's a showcase coming, and it's called Gamescom. Out of 3, 1 is showing up.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Welcome, and we back. The new legal Spark 117, Di-RRec Gaming.
We in
Chit Chat community. What's good? How y'all living out there, man? Mr. Kima, Drawn TJV Records, the other Zinc in the building. It's good to see y'all, man. Popping out, man. I know y'all like to catch these late shadow drops, but I think it makes it more fun for me, man, when I shadow drop. You know, come on out here and just drop for the hell of it, man. But been working so hard through the weeks, man. The temperatures are starting to rise up in the TX. And I said today, man, I got to do a show. Speak on it, Zinc. Facts. Nintendo and PlayStation are pulling a disappearing act on Gamescom. You know it. The B Congo in the building. Yo, Chit Chat. The mighty Chit Chat's coming up in here, 117. Drawn TJ is bombing already. Drawn TJ says, hey, sorry, I'm not going to make this one, bro. I just got off work. I hope you can understand. I'll moderate this time. Oh, fam, you good. You didn't even have to say that, bro. You didn't even have to do that, fam.
Above TJ. And beyond, Drawn TJ. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, your seat is here. Whenever you see fit, man, we're all working people, man. We understand it, bro. And I appreciate you for moderating. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, this is for fun. This is a hobby. We do not make this a lifestyle. This is not a lifestyle. This is pure fun. Legal likes to take time out of his time, right? Come out here and sit back, kick it with my friends in the gaming sector, man. And hey, we're all Xbox friends, right? We're all Xbox comrades to do what we do. We enjoy the community, and this is how we express that. So yeah, it's light work. It's nothing. We do this when we do this. I do this when I feel like it. Spark 117 feels like it. The rest of the gang feels like it. But this is Di-RRec Gaming. It's built upon the green emerald fortress of gems across the universe, you know. Xbox fans stand up, man. The real Xbox fans been standing up for over 23 years. They're not going anywhere. Y'all are really doing a good job of expanding the culture, the community. Keep it up. But I have a feeling, y'all, that 2024, it's really going to bring the heat. It's going to bring back that feeling. They already done it with the Xbox Showcase. And if you're an Xbox fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That good old feeling of the 360 days when Xbox was on fire, and we just were like, there was nowhere to go, there was nowhere to hide. Everywhere you looked around, everywhere you saw when they related gaming, man, Xbox was in the atmosphere, and that atmosphere is starting to become back. It's starting to become itself again and come back, because I'm not going to sit up here and fake it. I'm not going to sit up here and think that Microsoft has had has had bad times with Xbox, getting it out there into the world, making people feel like they need to own one. I'm not going to say that. I'm one to say, man, they've been messing up for a while. But I'm glad to see that they've been getting it together. They've been hanging in there. They've been listening to the fans, and that's the way you do it. I really believe, because we lived through it, we've seen it, that all Xbox has to do is make great games. We don't have to, elaborate on why we're Xbox fans, or they have to make these powerful exclusives. They don't have to do any of that. Just make great games. And people and gamers want to be a part of that. When they see that the commotion is about a certain area, that's what intrigues people, right? You just do a good job putting it out there, putting your money in your bag, taking the money out the bag, buying what you need to buy for your fan base and for the culture and your community. That's just business. Nobody's going to hate on that. That's business. That's business. So you do the business, you get the people what they want, and man, the fans will do the rest. If I'm lying, Spar 1117, tell me I'm lying.
E-Day is coming. That's all there is to it. PlayStation made big time bad decisions, and those days are gone. Like you said, these days are coming for Xbox. Gamescoms, here we go. Next generation, Xbox is going to be ushering us into a new era, and that's all there's to it. Even if they have to put games on this platform, that platform, they hold the throne, and there's nothing that's going to stop them from moving on, pushing
Spar,
forward.
they got to do something, man, right?
They
just
have to.
bought the Western library of video games in Activision. So nobody's going to sit here and think that Microsoft will possess the library, right? And just hold it all to themselves, because that would cripple the industry. Look, let's just keep it for real. Let's keep it for real. I'm out here to talk to my fan, well, I wouldn't say my fan base, but my community out here, right? My Xbox community out here. Let's talk for a minute. If we found out, right, that the industry is not healthy, right, Spartan? So right off the top, the industry is not healthy. So we're not even going to talk about exclusives. We're not even going to talk about acquisitions. We're just going to talk about the bottom line. The bottom line is that the industry isn't healthy. So right there, just off the simple fact that the industry is not healthy means that whatever's been going on prior to means absolutely nothing. It hasn't done anything. Think about that. Hasn't done anything. Right? Hasn't done anything. We got people who work in the industry, top execs, CEOs. They're talking about how unhealthy the gaming industry is. So Microsoft takes it upon themselves to spread their commonwealth around. If you have a library, what library do you know that closes the door to the public? Biko, that makes no sense. I got all the books. I got all these books for people to read, but you can't get in to read them. What good is that? So Microsoft has a library. So they look at games that they feel like, if they now have power to become a mighty third-party publisher in the field of the industry, right, where they can make impacts all across the board, it only makes sense for them to do that. They have to keep coming out letting people know that this is case by case, because you have silly willies out here that are playing the console war and not really understanding the console war. So they're coming up with stupid stuff like all the Xbox games are going to come on PlayStation just because they got 4 games from the legalities, right? The legalities of court cases. The sacrifices, as I should say. 4 sacrifices had to get thrown at them, and they think the sky is falling after that. But Microsoft has to keep coming out, making it clear, making it abundantly clear that this is case by case. So anytime a game that makes sense or has already been prior to the situation, why change it? I agree. So this Doom Dark Ages makes sense to me. Why? Because Doom has already been on multiple platforms. Why change it? You don't have to. But what you can do is you can use all these games to promote next position games. When these next position games come out, you're going to have to decide if you really, really love your console or not. Because don't get it twisted. Don't think that Microsoft isn't competing. You have to compete. Businesses are not in the business of holding other businesses' hands. Now they can make some partnerships. They can help out in ways that make money for them. They can even rely on making other businesses better, which Microsoft tries to do. But what Microsoft isn't going to do, it's not going to come out here and hold Apple's hand, hold Samsung's hand, hold Google's hand, hold Amazon's hand. Not going to do that. They're not gonna hold hands with these big tech companies. They're not gonna hold hand with Meta. They're not gonna do it. Now they can make partnerships and deals and things like that to expand for everybody. Everybody wins in the partnership category, right? But everybody that's running their company is responsible for their company. And right now, I told everybody that big bank takes little bank. Now they see it. Now it's in fruition, Spartan. I don't have to say nothing. See, let me tell y'all something about keeping it authentic. When you keep it authentic, you don't have to change. I, the new legal, raised my right hand with the book of X. I came here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me gaming. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to tickle your Elmo. I'm not here to push your feelings button. I'm just here to shoot straight. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But the new legal is always going to be right on his assumptions because it's coming from a purity place. It's not coming from a negativity place. I'm not coming from a deceptive place. So no matter if I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's a good listen. My man Match, my question is, even if most Xbox first parties were to go multi-plat, but still come day one on Game Pass, is that a problem? Good point. You still get best value, and the devs get additional money to keep Game Pass cheap. Now, MASH, that's a good one because that's a strategy, right? So let's just say there's games that fit that criteria. Call of Duty is one of them. Call of Duty is one of them. Because everybody knows that Call of Duty was the checkmate game for this year. Beautiful how Call of Duty has already been on multiple platforms. There was no sense of losing money on that, making it exclusive. Keep it out there. But watch this, Mass. Is it really about Call of Duty? Right? Is it really about the multi-plat situation of Call of Duty? Or is it really about the service? Appealing to the service. And I beg to differ that it's appealing to the service. Game Pass is looking more intriguing as the days go by. That Call of Duty just made Game Pass look like gold. 24 karat golds too, man. A mountain. And so I forgot the name of the mountain. What is it? A Durango?
Rushmore?
No, a Durango. That's what they call mountains with gold in them. It makes Game Pass look like a Durango. Yo, Chit Chat, look that up because I'm just spitting out vocabulary. I don't want to be wrong on that. I don't want to be saying no vocabulary words, man, and I'm not right. Somebody fact check me. A Durango. What's a Durango? I think I'm right though. That's it. It's to appeal to the service. Because you know how we know this, Mash? Day one games are going to Game Pass. Now watch this, Mash. Look at the beauty, and I have to rewind myself, right? Look at the beauty of Game Pass, Spark 117. When Game Pass came along, it came along in 2017, right? Ultimate came out 2018. Now look at what Microsoft was trying to do for the industry back then. Back then, Look at the idea of Game Pass back then. Now let's move it up a year. Let's just go up 1 year. And at the end of that year, we're hearing about a virus. We're hearing about a suspect virus. We're hearing about a pandemic coming. By spring, the pandemic has hit worldwide. America has been impacted by the COVID-19 virus. Look what Game Pass was able to do for people. Game Pass made gaming non-stressful. So was Game Pass before the pandemic or after the pandemic? What makes Game Pass so powerful is because the good intentions of Microsoft to make gaming a leisure, to make gaming a non-stressful aspect for gamers in its community was before COVID. So this is what I was telling people. When you make something good, the goodness of it transcends the vision. The goodness of it will outlast anything. So anything that comes through negative, good destroys negativity. Love conquers hate. So look what happened. They didn't know this thing was coming. They were just trying to come out with something good. And then when something bad hit worldwide, Game Pass kept everybody gaming. Game Pass numbers went through the roof. Game Pass subscribers went through the roof. Xbox Live went from 1 million to, not 1 million, 100 million to 120 million to 130 million to 150 million plus now. Game Pass went from 10 to 5 million to 10 million to 15 million to 25 million to 34 million and counting. All that transpired within a 2.5 year range. Just a 2.5 year range. It just blew up. And now it's on its way to 40 million. And I'm pretty sure it's going to surpass 40 million this year, easily with Call of Duty. The Vault collection for $30, that's insane. That just brought value to Game Pass. Unprecedented. There's not one casual gamer that's going to blink their eye to that. Now, what's making PlayStation not look so good? It has no games. It hasn't had any games for 2 years. PlayStation threw all their ducks. They put all their ducks out in a row within their first 3 years of service. All their heavyweights, every last one of them. Now, if you are a gamer, a console gamer, and you've been paying attention for the last at least 15 years, you would understand how Sony moves. Because Sony don't really change their strategy. That's what's wrong with them right now. They don't really change their strategy. And they've always relied on Microsoft to make the changes, and then they just jump on the bandwagon. But there's something that's happened this time that has changed. That's Microsoft bought studios. See, as this is what I want everybody to realize. Sony couldn't get rid of Microsoft with just 5 studios. Think about that. Being the #1 most popular market in the world, could not destroy a video game a video game brand that only had 5 studios. Because there's something that Microsoft does so well that Sony has never been able to do. That's thrive on multiplayer games. In-house, Spartan.
In-house.
Okay, Other Zinc, I'm wrong. It's a water town, a well-water place. What am I thinking about?
Gold Mountain, they call them Gold Mountains.
No, it's something else, man.
Rush Mountain? No, I just said that too.
Hold on. What is it called?
You know what the beauty is that Xbox achieved in doing is taking all the marketing rights away from Sony.
Yeah.
They stripped them. They turned them around. That was the only problem with Microsoft was the marketing. If you remember PS4 days, they had the Destiny marketing, the Call of Duty marketing, the skins, and all of that has been stripped away. It's everybody. I feel it when I see the commercials on YouTube or any commercials within boxing or UFC or any matches that I see. There is less and less PlayStation advertisement of Call of Duty, and if they do, Xbox already advertised it, and they all know that it's all with Xbox. Bethesda's with us, Ninja Theory's with us, another 31 studios with us. Um, they won that marketing. They bought them studios. They're like, hey, now we got marketing rights, and that left Sony in the dust. With all that hardware that they put out, and they lost the marketing right to Call of Duty, pretending like it's their first party exclusive timed. It's all fallen down, man. If you've noticed, legal, they took away the support for the PSVR2.
Saw that. We're gonna talk about that too. I told everybody.
Keep that in the back burner on that one. There looks like they're internally losing a lot of support with
Oh,
the.
it's Durango, Colorado is what I was thinking about.
Mm.
The mountain. Yeah, never mind. That's what I was thinking about. There was also called I was thinking about that one in the Congo, but I forgot what it was called. That mountain full of gold in Congo, or the mountains. But anyway, thought that's what they called it, the Durangos. But yeah, the problem with PlayStation is that if you paid attention throughout the years, PlayStation usually puts out one game a year. So your Last of Us will be a one game. Your God of Wars, one game. Your Uncharted's, one game. Look at your Spider-Man's, one game.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, I said that. Your Last of Us are one games. So what happened? When they dropped Ratchet and Clank, you knew you wasn't gonna get another one. When they dropped God of War, you knew you wasn't gonna get another one. When they dropped Spider-Man, you knew you wasn't gonna get another one. Well, Spider-Man 2. When they dropped Forbidden West, you knew you wasn't gonna get another one. Gran Turismo 7, you knew you wasn't gonna get another one. All these games dropped within a 3-year span. All of them. So now that all their games are out, don't expect another version of those games. Don't expect sequels. You're done. That's it. So now what's left? Nothing. They have nothing.
Multi-plat Marvel games, and that's it. They got nothing. They're not supporting the PlayStation at all right now. They're in shambles.
They're over there buying up theaters, bro. And the only thing that I can think of with that, where it will make sense, is that Sony has to get their money from somewhere now. Call of Duty is gone. So you make movies, you get the profits out of that, and that's what they're going to try to use to build more video games. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just trying to make sense out of this. With Xbox, the acquisitions for Xbox are starting to shine. The deep halls of ZeniMax are coming out. Bethesda's got all these catalog games that will be coming out. Activision got games that are about to be coming out. Microsoft is about to start opening up the floodgates of fun games. Yep, theaters and music. That's it. These fun games that Xbox is about to start getting. going back to their essence, rebooting the brand. Whoever thought about that, give them a raise, because what you did for E-Day, Gears of War E-Day, was phenomenal. Phenomenal. And the Xbox show is exactly what gamers needed to see across the world. Microsoft with Xbox single-handedly put the gaming industry on its back. Well, of course, it's the only big tech company in gaming successfully. If you're going to move the gaming community forward, you do not move it with Sony. You're not going to move it with Nintendo. And it's not because Nintendo don't have games. It's because Nintendo don't invest in new technology. That's why. The big tech company is the one that's going to have to push everything forward, because, see, Microsoft can do it all. They can be a Nintendo, or they can be a powerful PC. So they can do it all. You put a handheld in the way, and you basically covered Xbox. You got an Xbox on screens, you got an Xbox on handhelds, you got Xbox on PCs, and you got Xbox on consoles and mobile devices. It's a wrap, dog. It's a wrap. You got a service like Game Pass. Hundreds and hundreds of games at your disposal. And they haven't even dumped the Activision collection on there yet. Hasn't even dumped it. Lo and behold, when that day happens, you heard Sarah Bond, that's supposed to be happening this year. You're not going to have time to be wasting your time with a bunch of people hating on Xbox, because you're going to have video games to play. It's going to be clear who are the ones that are not playing video games very soon. Xbox community won't have no excuse. But there is one thing that I know is going to happen. Xbox is going to Gamescom, because Xbox has something to show. We all know this for a fact. So Gamescom has become Xbox overseas E3. Let it be known. The game is to be sold, not to be told. Big bank takes little bank. You thought this was a game? You can't bring dimes to a quarter venture. Doesn't work that way. You want to play with quarters, you got to get that quarterback. You don't come out here trying to play with quarters with a dime, with nickels and dimes. Just doesn't work that way. It's okay to it's okay to play your games on PlayStation. It's okay to be a PlayStation fan. You just can't be delusional. Can't be delusional. And if you're a real gamer, you call it like you see it, or stand tall. The Xbox community stands tall. You guys whine and cry. That's the difference between the communities. Y'all don't even know what to say to Sony. Your baby. Sony created y'all. Your babies. You got baby mentalities. Things don't go y'all's way, y'all start doing weirdo stuff. You're caught red-handed. Y'all ain't buying new games. Sony has to abandon you clowns. Y'all doing too much talking, not enough gaming. So now you have to become watchers. You either going to jump in or become watchers. Either way, Xbox is winning. Xbox at Gamescom 2024. That's it. Moving on to the next topic. Microsoft could be ready for another acquisition.
They're always ready. Anything out there is possible right now. They're about to that was after this showcase that we just had. It's over. It's over for Sony. It's all Xbox now. We just got to wait for the holiday coming out. Gamescom is going to be huge, legal. I think there's a few tricks up their sleeves that they've got. They're going to be announcing release dates for our holiday games as well. New Year game coming out. It's going to be huge. We got refreshed hardware internally too for the new 2 terabytes S and X coming out. Yeah, we're loaded. And you got
Should
these
be tough.
games trickling through Game Pass here and there, shadow dropping on us.
Right. Games just shadow dropping left and right.
I'm
Um,
making life decisions here whether I should spend my allowance on extra terabyte of SSD or just
right.
start a game. For me, I love the quick resume because I dip into one game. Okay, cool. I go finish off the other part of the game, then hop back in, and I play 4 or 5 games at a time when I play. Man, I go offline. That's it. Like
Quick
four.
resume is a game changer,
It's a
man.
game changer, man. I'm
Quick
bored of
resume was built for gamers. Only things
it.
like quick resume you'll find around gamers. Period.
I highly recommend. I guarantee not many try it. Go load 5 games to your save points and go back and forth. You'll enjoy gaming more that way. You don't get bored of one game, right? With the 360 titles, you could do 5, 6 games, or you could do 3, 4 Series X games, or mix and match, however many, whichever generation platform you want to load in your. Oh man, this we're next gen. It's over. We're next gen. We don't need a pro. We're just waiting for the new AI ML tech coming out with Series X2, Series S2. In the meanwhile, our DNA 2 is shining for us and is showing. Hellblade 2 did its thing, and many more games are coming out. ED is showing its true colors. What else do we have in the pipelines, right? Many games now they're showcasing the technology that they've built for us and and delivering on every single promise. We're eating good right now, man. Every single one of our service live games are amazing. Every weekend play for free days are amazing. Every single one of our games released are getting updated and polished, and they're amazing. Starfield has just done a big upgrade as well too. Whoever caught it, you get a free mission that you get to play, and they're getting for Shattered Space.
Hey, what did you think about that Spartan skin that they modded? Did you get it?
Not yet, not yet, not just yet, not just yet.
So what acquisition do you think, man, would fit your needs if Microsoft was to reach back in that bag and buy a company? Which one do you think will really get you started, man?
Honestly, I've what we have right now is amazing. I wouldn't see any more if there's any more acquisitions.
There's not one acquisition that would really thrill you if Microsoft went and bought another one right now.
I would be if it thrilled. I'd love for them to buy one of Sony's first party studios.
See, you being funny. Look, they got Sega out here. We got Konami out here. I mean, these are some big deals, man.
Just looking at their roadmap, we've got so much. We've got so much, and it hasn't crossed my mind for another acquisition. Because we got ABK, we got what 30 more, 31 more underneath. Which one would you be thrilled about?
I don't know. I'm spoiled, man. I'm like you. I'm
Man,
spoiled.
I'm spoiled, man.
It wouldn't even matter. My man B Congo said take two.
That was on my mind, B Congo. That was on my mind. That's a good one.
Sadness, we got Xbox out here. Facts. You know, the thing about it is, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Throughout the years prior to it, just seemed like every time Xbox was in a position to do something great, and the fans were like, "Oh, something's about to happen. They get it. They would always drop the ball. Signa says Xbox Endgame is to be the king of third-party publishers. Listen, you're going to have to do something, right? Nobody talks about the Embracers. Nobody talks about the Tencents, right? Those type of companies, man, have a big strong arm when it comes to third-party publishing. And when you buy something like Activision, it automatically makes you a third-party publisher. Automatically. Because you're going to want to hustle. You're going to want to get those games sold some kind of way. You're not going to just hold on to those games. That makes no sense.
They gotta be everywhere. They gotta reach over 200 million, 2 billion people. It's just a record label. The way I see it, put it this way. Let's just take a hot artist right now, Drake. 100 million streams, 1 billion what streams on Spotify only?
It's crazy, ain't it?
Then he's put it this way.
Why would he limit his records to just the label?
Thank you.
That's what now Spartan 117, you got a good point. Back in the 90s, early 2000s, even maybe mid 2000 before streaming really got big, that was the only way. But now you can put your stuff all on streaming, all on these other platforms,
and make
these
money
music holding platforms.
Yeah.
And you know how you get your money now? Every time somebody pushes play.
That's it.
You get a cut. Now, look at Game Pass. Look at Game Pass, Spartan. They don't get it, right? Oh, I don't know how Game Pass makes money. What are you talking about? You don't know how it makes money. It's a service. How do you think Netflix makes money? Think. I don't understand why people have a heart. See, look, it's okay to be a fanboy or something. Listen, I've been saying this for years. The word fanboy does nothing to me. It does nothing. Okay, I'm a fanboy. Okay, you're a fanboy. Okay, that doesn't change anything. Play some video games, right? But if you're going to be a fan of something, I've never saw fans that don't know their history about what they're a fan of. Like I told y'all, I live 20 minutes from one of the most craziest fan people alive in the world, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboy fans are some of the craziest fans I've ever seen in my life. But if you want to talk about Dallas Cowboy history, you go to a Dallas Cowboy fan, man, you're going to be enlightened. They know their stuff. They know their players. They know their coaches. They know the staffs. Don't be a fan of something and don't know what the hell you're talking about. Cygnus says the bigger you get, the more you can't afford to do exclusive only games. ABK Fastlane, the third-party published vision, like Satya said. It's not so much that you can't afford. It's almost the reverse. The more you put out, see, you're going to always have to have exclusivity, right? And right now, PC is the alternative platform. It's just the alternative platform, right? It's the extra squeeze the dollar platform. That's what PC is. I had to shut this whole thing down about PC, right? Being the almighty platform where all the gamers are at, the majority of gamers are at. It's wrong. It's mobile, console, then it's PC. Mobile is growing at a fast pace. It ain't going to catch, consoles are growing at a fast pace. It ain't going to catch mobile, but it's doing some great numbers. And so if you're putting out games, right, Cygnus, and you have 4 games that I can put out in the market, I'm going to throw 4 games out there. People gravitate to 2 of them. You're winning. That's 50% split. So look what's winning for Microsoft. It ain't Pentiment, right? It's not Hi-Fi Rush. But Grounded and Sea of Thieves have a new audience on it. They're winning because they split the pot.
To those 2. Congratulations, right. Sea of Thieves and Grounded.
So that extra money that Microsoft is getting that it wouldn't have been getting if it just stayed on Xbox, right? Now that money goes in to generate you a game like a Valve, generates you a game, Gears of War E-Day. It generates you a game like the next Halo Infinite campaign that's about to come out. That's in the works. The next Fable, the next Perfect. That's how you keep those console exclusive. Because Cygnus, I will agree with you on this point. The word exclusive is what's dying, right? Keeping something on just that platform only and it don't go anywhere, that's not good that's not good business practice in 2024. 30 years ago, beautiful practice because video games had nowhere else to go. 2024, you want to put your bad boys in as many places that you can to generate for your brand. Of course, Game Pass is not coming to Nintendo and PlayStation because they have their services already. Game Pass belongs to Xbox. We get that. You have Game Pass PC. We get that. The alternative platform. And then you have Sotness. The other two can't afford to produce what Microsoft is producing now. Facts. Nintendo cannot afford to put billions of dollars in a cloud infrastructure that they don't know how to operate. They're not a big tech company. Sony damn sure is not going to do it. Cloud is the future, right? Virtual RAM, virtual GPUs, virtual CPUs. Bro, that's insane. It's happening right before our eyes. There's one company right now that's just killing the league right now, and that's NVIDIA. Look at NVIDIA go. And NVIDIA are masters of what? Virtual what? GPUs. They put that GeForce out here, man, and they ain't looked back since. Spark 117. Sonics, they didn't drop that, and they ain't looked back since. That thing can give you a 4080, gives you 4080 to 4090 criterias, right? On a handheld, where all the specs are not even being wasted. Not even overclocking anything because it's virtual. This is where Sony knows they've been checkmate. For everybody that didn't quite understand what Microsoft meant when they said they're leaping a generation, they're going right to just that. That is Xbox vision. You're going to have hardware for it. It cannot be a mid-gen console. It cannot be a second-tier console. Don't expect this bad boy to be no $299, $399 console. But this bad boy is going to be able to do some mighty things within the cloud gaming aspect. Signal says Sean Layden on recent interview said there should be one home console, PlayStation, one mobile Switch, and Xbox for services, cloud, and subscription. Listen, he's got a point there. And his point really is the strong points of each brand. That's his point. Look at PlayStation, right? And PlayStation can give you that cinematic walkthrough experience games. They're not very long, about 7, 8, 9 hour long games that give you them real good, crisp, story-driven games. I can see that. You got Nintendo on the go. Everybody's using Nintendo on the go. I can see that. And then you got Xbox on all the services, just all the services, right? Now, here's the thing. This is where exactly other thing. Here's the problem with that. People don't quite understand what cloud means. I don't think people understand what cloud does. Cloud does all of the above. Cloud can be service. Cloud can be it can be your internet. Cloud can be your frame rates and your visuals. Cloud can be where you develop games. Cloud can be on the go. Cloud is your virtual hardware. And if it's virtual, it has no limits. So that's where Sean Layden is incorrect when he speaks about Xbox. I don't care what he says about PlayStation, Nintendo, because the guy said that Game Pass would not be substantial. I don't care what Sean Layden says. Not when it comes to Xbox. But the console war been over with, Cygnus. It's just you got hard-headed VHS mindsets that can't move forward. See, I grew up in the real console wars. It's not anything that you see today, right? The thing is, when you have people who are not really good at gaming, but they talk too much, the console war becomes something that they can crush themselves to. So as long as they're using console wars as a crutch, they don't have to come out and use their intellect for where they're lacking about video games at. They'll just start acting silly and revert to a console war. The problem is, Cygnus, that the industry has already moved past that. That the console war has been over with for about 7 years now. Been done with. It's just people holding on to it for their own myths, narratives, and lack of intelligence. I don't have a problem. I never had a problem with Microsoft putting their games on PC. Why? Because Microsoft is PC. It was simple to me. It was 1 + 1. But I had to go through an era that really used that for console wars. And when you got some decent form of intelligence, you tried to tell them, well, do you not think that your platform is not going to do this? Right? You think every drug dealer just sells drugs on their block? You think every car dealership won't sell a used car? When you put things in perspective, you can see why businesses do what they do. Nobody's going to limit their game to one hustle. Who the hell does that? Sony did, and it had to pay the price now. See, Nintendo figured it out a long time ago. And they said, we're going to go ahead and do what we do and what we make as a strong point. We're going to put our consoles and mobility into one. We're going to make a hybrid console. And look at them today. They're about to crush the PlayStation 2. I came in the era when I was told that the PlayStation 2 would never be beaten. Probably by the end of this month, PlayStation 2 is going to be beaten by the Switch.
And that's
if not the end of this month, the end of next month. If not the end of that month, by the end of this year. Easy. Easy. Yeah, I don't listen to Sean. Other thing, nobody listen to Sean Layden, bro. He said Game Pass isn't sustainable. I'm not paying attention to Sean Layden when it comes to Xbox. I'll listen to the guy all day when he's talking about PlayStation. But Sean Layden isn't the guy that I go to when I want to hear about Xbox. If I want to fool myself, I do some stuff like that. I'm not here to fool myself. That man ain't never worked for Microsoft a day in his life. Why would I go listen to him? Microsoft is in a position to infiltrate all levels. That's console, that's PC, and mobile. They got Candy Crush. And Candy Crush is coming to console. Look what they're about to do with Candy Crush. They're about to reverse it. You going to bring Candy Crush on big screen? Oh, my gosh. Candy Crush is coming on big screens. It's crazy. It's insane. You think Microsoft is going to keep Candy Crush strictly on Xbox? Get off that glass pipe. Sean Layden says Sony needs to stop making Sony games. Hey, listen, man, when Jim Ryan told them they better learn to start making service games, they flipped that man off. They told that man, screw that. I bet you they singing a different tune today. Look, Tataki, no, his name is Tataki. He came in, Mr. Tataki came in, and he had to change the game. He had to let them know straight up. I don't even think they work hard, but I don't even think they understand the strategic battle with this company in order to make profits. And he's right. Because everybody that works there, Sony's dead last in profits. Yeah, they do their job, but I don't think they understand how to make profits for this business. Their mindsets are messed up. So you forget about Sony making any kind of acquisitions, any major acquisitions right now. Sony looks like they done moved on with the PlayStation 5. I believe deep down into the depth halls of Sony, they're looking at PlayStation 5 as a disappointment. Yes, Candy Crush is meant for mobile, not console. I agree. Same with some console games. They're not meant for mobile like The Witcher 3, Starfield, etc. Exactly. But when you bring Candy Crush to households, you're going to expand it. When you got it to where people can come home and put it on big screen, you're going to expand it. It's the same way PUBG. PUBG started on the big screen before it went mobile. It expanded. You got to look at what works. Sometimes you might have to flip it. But Candy Crush is established, so it'll never leave mobile. Go get the people who are stationed. Get the people on the consoles. And watch what happens. People are going to start playing it when they get home. They do not. Other zinc, legal, facts. Sony has no idea how to make good profit margins. The other zinc, the records show that. 10 years of that. That's 10-year records of that. We're not saying it. The records are saying it. Signa says Game Pass is only sustainable because of Microsoft. If you give it to another company, it will fail and get shut down like Stadia. Facts. I'll say Cygnus, facts, Cygnus. And you want to know why I'm agree with you with that? Because I said it a long time ago, Cygnus, that in order to have something like Game Pass, you're going to have a lot of money. Because up front, you're going to have to lose a lot of money before you start gaining it back. And the other companies don't have that money to lose. They didn't. People think Microsoft just started making money off of Game Pass. They didn't. It took a lot of money being blown for that caboose to catch up. But once that caboose started catching up, that's it. Because all it needed was the engine to start going. Once that engine started going, Game Pass was going to make its money back, period. Because the thought of Game Pass was good. Good things can't be conquered. They're not meant to be conquered. They're meant to be utilized. Bad things are meant to be conquered so you can make changes with bad things. But when you make good things, you either do two things. You improvise on it and keep continuing the good things, or you just utilize it. It's just saying this works. This works. Let's sit back and watch it go. And what did they do with Game Pass? They improvised. They improved on it. It was Game Pass at first. Then Game Pass Ultimate came. And then what is it? Game Pass Core. And they merged live into Game Pass. All that stuff made it one service. Sotness, what if Microsoft gave Game Pass subscribers some free in-game purchases things for some of those King games to get diehard mobile players to subscribe? Facts. I'll even go bigger than this. What if Game Pass hits over 50 million? And, well, I guess that wouldn't work. But I would say once Game Pass gets so great, they need to come down on the price so that I don't know Sotness, because you know this thing about PC players never being able to pay for online. That doesn't bother me. You get people that throw jabs at that. But that doesn't bother me because I understand why, right? I'm a console gamer for a reason. I understand what console gaming is about, and I understand why things are different. But let me tell you something, Sotness. Game Pass changes the game, don't it? It changes the game. Because if you can give me nothing but first parties, you can throw me the library in there. Who cares if I'm paying for $16 for online service? I could care less. And you can build it all the way up for 3 years. I could care less. Give me all the features. Give me all the shenanigans with it. I could care less. Because frankly, I'm not into those PC games. If I'm a PC gamer, I'm not going to PC to look to play console games. Real PC gamers that I know, they're over there playing League of Legends and Warcraft. They're not over here playing. They're playing Age of Empires and all of that stuff. They're not caring about Gears of War. They're playing their PC games. They're playing the Daughters and, Counter-Strikes. Counter-Strike's been out 15 years. They're still playing it. That's what they do, Spark. I'm not lying.
They got the World of Warcrafts going on. Their Counter-Strikes, like you said, it Red Alerts. They're playing.
Yeah, that's what they play. I don't play those games. I don't even play keyboard and mouse. I don't even use that to play. I'm a controller man. I've been a controller man since day one.
Game Pass is a luxury for them. You know, if they want to tap into some old school that they like and whatnot, good on them. It's us console gamers that play hardcore games that they put out. All these games that we see for Game Pass is for us. For them, like I said, they want that rotation to keep going, like these tracks keep playing. So they got to put it out everywhere. Microsoft has already made over 50 million users, just like they announced. They've reached over 100 million users right now, and it just doesn't have to be Game Pass. NVIDIA
you saw that? Yeah, that's big, man. That was big.
And what was that? The GeForce Now that they're feeding them games through their cloud, right? You got that mechanism going on.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's congrats to them. They're cloud now. They made their money. There's no point of raising game price for who. It's sustainable. It's bringing in way more people than usual, and it's attracting a worldwide audience. It's ready worldwide, unlike PlayStation. What they've banned how many countries since they can't go on sign in login accounts? Is that if I come correct?
It's correct, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't need to look at Game Pass as a individual. It's where the games are and what service subscription Microsoft put on, and don't forget the 10-year deal too. They're gonna have a lot of players, man. This is the house of gaming now. You either come and play this game at an amazing price, $20. Over 100 games. If you've noticed, older games are leaving quicker and newer games are shadow dropping now. And like you said,
I just think it's common sense, man. I just think what Microsoft is doing is they're allowing people to really console war, right? So you're looking over here and you're seeing what one is offering, and you're looking at the other one, you're seeing one is offering. We're back to the real console war now. And people are going to use their common sense. That's it. It's just now it's just what makes sense. But Cena says, do you think Xbox should carry the financial burden for those devs that's not doing day one on Xbox like Wukong and Capcom? I put it like this. I don't think they should carry anything when devs make their own decisions. Devs have the freedom to make their own decisions. Everything doesn't have to be on Game Pass. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% a Game Pass person, right? Where I think that every freaking game that ever gets created needs to be on Game Pass. Nah, I leave it like this. Devs have their freedom of choice where they want to put their games, where they think their games could succeed. So if they play the old school way and leave it up to the public and their game flop, I would say, hey, listen, put it on Game Pass. If they do it the old school way and their game shines, then it shines. But if they put it out there and it's not doing so good, should Microsoft be concerned? I don't think so.
Not at all.
That's what Game Pass is there for. I mean, you have every right to want to make your game successful, and you do what you have to do as a dev or as a dev team or as a company to succeed at that. So everybody has their options. Game Pass is just an option. It's not mandated for no dev. It's just an option. And I like it to be an option because options are beautiful things. So Microsoft having to be being put in a position to make another acquisition, I think that's great, man. I'm dreaming. I would always say Sega. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Sega for me would just be it for me. That would be it for me. If they got Capcom, that would be, oh man, that'll be awesome. But I've been so spoiled here lately that
I'd say Square Enix.
acquisitions, looking for Microsoft to make an acquisition isn't on my top radar. So last but not least, my trophy. They're going to give me my flowers because I told them the truth. I told everybody the truth. I told everybody why. I said what I had to say about it. I let everybody know. I gave them the numbers. I showed them the future. I told everybody what the businesses were going to be doing. I told everybody it's just never been big. It's never been this thing. It's like an amusement park, right? You go to Disneyland or Disney World once a year. If you got a lot of money, you might go just twice a year. You go to Six Flags maybe 3, 4, 5 times out of the summer, and that's it. You don't. That's just the way it is, right? But nobody wanted to believe legal, right? I always saw VR as something that you do, and then you want somebody else to experience. So if you got people that came over your house, you're gonna bug out that somebody else that ain't never had it, and they're putting it on and they're wilding out on it. It's not something that I see myself. I could never just see myself coming home wanting to do that every single day, right? I just couldn't see myself. And I think I was in the majority of gamers. It's one thing where you look at the numbers, and I heard it all, right? But look, there's 20 million of them. That's 20 million out of all of them, not just one device. If it was just one device, then yeah, VR is doing something that it done made a splash. There's some hope for VR like that. But we're talking about 20-some million as a collective. The gamers have spoke. Then it's so fragile that you can't handcuff it. I knew the day I saw the PlayStation 5 get handcuffed. I said, you mean to tell me you already want people to buy the PlayStation 5 disc drive version for $4.99, which made absolutely no sense. But you want them to play an extra $100 for a disc drive, right? So that's already $500 some plus dollars. And then you're gonna tell me that you're gonna make them pay another $600 some dollars. So the total is gonna be over $1,000 something dollars just to experience VR. So where are the games gonna come from? I guess they just wanted to lucky charm that bad boy, right? They wanted to magically make these awesome VR games appear out of nowhere, Spartan. I guess that's what they thought. I mean, I didn't understand it. I was like, listen, I think they're going about it the wrong way. Make tons of VR games that are spectacular and then make a VR system. Then say, hey, we got the games, so now we can do this. If you want VR, you got a library of games. If you're not going to do it that way, stop it. Because people are not going to sit around and wait for games to come out that don't look spectacular. They only give you a 15-minute thrill, and that's it. And you're telling them to pay over $600 some dollars for that. It's attached to a console. So even if you just go out and buy the VR, if you don't have the console, it ain't going to work for you anyway. It's a scam. Fam, it was a scam. I sat there and was like, does Sony really think this is going to work? And, I heard it. I heard the diehards. I got it. Legal, you're wrong. The first one sold 4 million. Bro, look, that's it. Oh, you're wrong. Okay, bro, okay. Well, when this PlayStation VR2 don't sell, just say, I told you so. None of that made any sense to me. I'm a gamer. Look, PlayStation fans. Sony made the PlayStation VR2 not just for you. You're not enough. They're trying to get me to buy it. They're trying to get Spark 117 to buy it. If we're not buying it, It wasn't going to work. The day you told me I had to buy the console that I don't like in order to play the VR is the day you lost. The day that was never going to happen. It was DOA. But when you say these type of words, it rubs people wrong. But sometimes the truth hurts. Scared, go to church. Got to tell people the truth, whether they don't want to hear it or not. The truth will make you free. See, accepting the truth, when this day came, it wouldn't have bothered you because you accepted the truth. It only bothered people who couldn't accept the truth. It was expensive and nobody wanted VR. Phil Spencer was correct about his base. He says nobody over here is wanting VR. Nobody over here on Xbox demanding VR. Ain't nobody talking about VR over here. He was right. Xbox is doing what its fans demanded it to do. Make great games.
And here we are.
And here we are. They finally listened to us.
They made a big change.
All you got to do, people don't know why Nintendo's so successful. It's easy. Nintendo said it. We listen to our fans. Nintendo will forever have successful shows as long as they keep bringing their fans. Mario, Donkey Kong, Zelda, Metroid. Sometimes a Punch-Out game here and now and then, a Donkey Kong. Nintendo ain't going to never go nowhere. It'll always be there. Microsoft, all it has to do is make them games that it knows its fans love. It'll always be successful. It ain't going to go nowhere. It's when you start trying to reinvent that wheel and you start doing. So I'm glad they saw that it didn't work last year. It did not work. You underestimated the power of casuals. Casuals are not just these gamers that don't play video games. They're not casuals. You don't have to cater to casuals. Casuals are followers. They will go wherever the crowd goes. Now Microsoft made Xbox a reason. They made it a reason for casuals to buy it. Don't believe me? Stay tuned. You don't believe Game Pass about to blow everything out the frame? Buckle up. Buckle up. PlayStation VR2, man. You never had a chance. Sony wanted to be different. And I really think that Sony should have went movies with you. You should have been a portable movie experience for Sony. But Sony just, their pride. It's just their pride. And what does pride do to a man? Pride kills a man. You know, you'd have made VR and you'd have put Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse. Oh, he probably would have sold his butt off. You'd have put that thing on there and had people. Listen, there's some things about that thing. I heard that you could put it on your helmet at NBA games and it'll put you right there on the front row seat. That's what I'm talking about, Sony. That's what I'm talking about. But you couldn't market that because, you know, that pride got to you. You're known for gaming, and PlayStation is carrying the weight around here. So instead of just accepting where you're great at, Sony, you stepped out of your element and it cost the PlayStation VR its life. Just stick to what you do good, Sony. Let's make sound and every now and then you make a good movie. Because y'all really don't make great games, man. The industry, not the industry, but the gaming journalisms and folks just been lying for you. That God of War is not no 10 out of 10 game. The Last of Us is not no 10 out of 10 game. And it's just, you know, it is what it is. I've seen them. That's not 10 out of 10 stuff. It's not even close. You know, and now I think that people, because you beat them upside their heads with these type of games, they have no choice now but to get bored and accept the truth now. They want something different. They want something different. And I knew the day was going to come. I knew it was going to come because You're talking to VHS out here. You're talking to VHS. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to show improving. Sony stopped showing improving. They didn't want to go nowhere. They don't want to go to no events. The state of the play is dog shit. State of the play is just dog shit. I don't even. That's pride. Why do you keep showing your fan base a state of play show when it's dog shit? And Sony will do another one because they feel like Sony right now is in that position where we keep force feeding our fans. They'll come back. No, they're not coming back, Sony, because you gave them a reason to be liars. You deserve everything you're getting now, Sony. You bred those liars. Those liars came out here and created all these narratives. They put every narrative on the map to stop the momentum for Xbox, and it didn't work.
It failed.
Damn, Sony's fan base got to be the most. It's one of the most dumbest failures of gaming history.
Bunch of Karens.
I mean, you're number one in the market brand. You're number one in the industry, and you could not sustain your games. Uncharted is gone. Killzone is gone. You can't keep your games. I don't understand it. You don't have no multiplayer games. Factions was a joke. They knew they were lying to you when they opened their mouth about it. I'm telling you, man, as the Game Pass just makes sense. We're in an era where PlayStation fans aren't buying games. Okay, that's not the legal that's saying that. Right, Resistance. They even killed off Sackboy. Exactly, y'all. None of their games stick around. None of them.
One and dones and bust. They close shop. They close studios. They blindside.
Shut down exactly.
They do not
shut down left and right.
They go in like Saddam Hussein, like, hey, get out. We don't need you. We paid for it. We own your soul. Xbox
gone.
All gone. Where's Killzone? What happened to that hot shot of a Killzone where they had that beautiful CGI, turn it into a hot mess with pop and sock?
Where's Second Son at?
Nothing.
J Mac, shout out to the chat. Great to see everyone. Great beers in the building. Salute. It's all good, man.
As soon as they pull out that
home, J Mac, we appreciate our root gamers, man.
As soon as they pull out that support.
I like to see that Xbox hat too, man. Rep that stuff, bro. Real Xbox fans rep that. We're not ashamed, man. We do what we do. We come out here, we put them X's on. We do what we do. Salute back to you, man. Make yourself at home. I just had to come out here and talk, man. I just felt like, you know what, man, been working all last week. I was kind of bored with the news, but stuff started stacking. You know how I do, other Zinc. And then got to come out and talk about it. Some things you gotta close the door and air the room out. Hayes, another Halo killer, gone. Speak on it. Destructive All-Stars, gone. Babylon Falls, right? Gone.
PlayStation Stars, gone.
Foam Stars, gone.
Gone. Everything.
All these games.
God of War, gone.
Guys are not playing. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, gone. Rise of the Ronin, gone. I don't care what comes out, gone. I was telling JyzalGamingTV that I said, JyzalGamingTV, ain't no need to. There's no more need talking to these donkeys. Let the numbers do the talking. They popped up talking about $70 other thing. Oh,
support your devs. Support your devs.
Support the devs. Oh, $70 is magic. It's what we do around here. And
then he goes,
treats.
Wait for sale to happen. It's like,
we support the devs. and y'all guys don't. And then Sony had to come out and tell the whole world, we have a problem making profits around here. Our PlayStation fans don't buy new games. What? Our PlayStation fans don't buy new games. What? Sony says, I repeat, they don't buy new games. So guess who becomes PlayStation's worst enemy? Their own. Their own fan base is their worst enemy. So we're in an era where not playing video games. That is another one. If we're in an era where they're not playing video games 30 below, Microsoft is about to shine. Game Pass is about to kick ass out here. Because there's one thing that they're not doing 30 below. They're not buying $70 games, people.
They're not even playing those games at all.
They're not even playing them. But what are they doing, J-Mac? They're buying those $39.99 games. They're buying those $35.99 games. Sea of Thieves is soaring across the ocean waves. Hell Divers. Oh, they wanted the front on that. You see how they doing right now? Oh, let's go get. Look at Jay. He said it. Look, boom, right there. What they don't understand is Xbox. I was listening when they said, I'll pay $100 for a game. Sea of Thieves #1 on PlayStation. Exactly. There you go. Come on, people. Come on. There it is. What are we doing? I told people a long time ago, you can line me up with 1,000 donkeys, man. I'm riding home. There's no threat. I've seen donkeys in real time. They don't know nothing about gaming. Nothing. I used to play. I don't know why people think people haven't played on PlayStation before. I used to rock out on PlayStation, man. Nothing incredible. If it was, I would have owned one. Nothing incredible at all. No community, no nothing. PlayStation had a time when fighters existed. It was PlayStation 2 was the best fighting console I've ever had. I said ever had. I'm sorry. I ever played on in my life. Give them that. Once fighters went back down to being niche, game over. No community, bored as hell. No multiplayer games. It's boring. And what that did, they started hating on Xbox because Xbox had one game that took care of its whole existence. One game. And it was called Halo. And Halo flipped the whole world upside down. There's not been, you want to know what's facts? Out of all the games on PlayStation, not one game has ever flipped the world upside down. The world has never went bonkers over it. And Golden Knight, if it wasn't for the PC community, we wouldn't even be talking about Helldivers 2.
That game sunk.
J-Mac said you can act like you don't see if you want to if you don't want to. Xbox is making PlayStation pay for their own demise. Gangster. Caught up next. Exactly.
Yeah, man. PlayStation.
It's all fully operational. Xbox is all integrated. Everything about Xbox is fully integrated. Fully. You can't compete with it. You don't even need a Seagate SSD. You don't even need it. Microsoft got cloud games built right into its console. Your storage doesn't even be affected right now. Just go play some games. Don't even worry about it. Just go play some games. It's crazy out here. All your investment playing on Xbox is fully aware. You don't have to. You can't even play a PlayStation 4 controller on a PlayStation 5 console. It's garbage. That's dog shit. We're in 2024, and they don't have a base. They don't even have a base controller that lasts 12 hours. That's dog shit. I keep telling people, stop talking to me about PlayStation when we're talking about video gaming. When we're talking about video gaming, don't bring that up. You talking about playing games? Okay. We ain't talking about gaming. We ain't talking about just getting into the grid of shit. You don't have time. The damn controller will die on you. Don't I say Xbox is making PlayStation break their own switch off the bush? Why my man? Oh man, my man. Oh man. For all you youngins out there, to all you whippersnappers out there that don't know nothing about this, Xbox is making PlayStation break their own switch off the bush so they can whoop them with it like grandma used to do. Exactly. Grandmas used to make you go out there and get your own weapon of choice for your own pain and suffering. It's beautiful. They made fun of Xbox for so long. The only thing I got left, see, I watched it. I witnessed it. I won. We all won. Everybody that stood tall on Xbox, you won. Okay? The only thing that I'm waiting on now is the gaming media. You up next. I told you was going to fail them. Y'all are next. And y'all are my last prophecy. See, the media is going to have to give Xbox his props soon. It's going to do a big switcheroo out of epic proportions because Xbox will be the only thing they can talk about if they want to pay that rent. That's coming to a theater near you because PlayStation is boring. Don't nobody even want to hear about PlayStation anymore. PlayStation don't pay the rent. They're playing lightweight games. They're playing bantamweight, featherweight games in a heavyweight world. Facts. Appreciate you, Stankston. I appreciate you. It's all facts, fam. I just wanted to come out here and speak the truth to my Xbox community and do it with ease because I'm not here to be deceptive. I'm not here to be goofy. The Xbox community is not goofy. We're not full of damn maybe Xbox fanners. I'm a maybe. Well, I got an Xbox, but, this ain't that. This is Xbox fanboy stuff over here. This is Xbox. We wear the hats and shirts over here. Non-goofy stuff. Don't care if you get mad, call us fanboys. They don't do nothing to Di-RRec gaming over here. Di-RRec gaming is here to celebrate Xbox. That makes you mad, go to another channel. Go to another channel. Xbox is 100% proof. No chaser. We don't mix and match over here. We don't do that. Because we don't have to. Hey, listen. If I want to talk about another console, I can just shut down Di-RRec Gaming and just go on social media. I ain't got to do it here. There's nothing. I don't have to go far to hear about PlayStation and Nintendo. But I got to dig like I'm looking for archaeological findings to find a damn article that even feels exciting. That even feels excited about Xbox. See, we got these articles out here that talk about Xbox and what Xbox is doing, but there's no feeling. The soul of the article is dead. They don't have a soul. It's empty. Because when you're a fake Xbox fan, you don't even know how to hype it up. You just talk about it. That's what these articles do. A lot of these articles that just print out Xbox news, they're lifeless. They're lifeless. But as soon as you find people out here that are excited about Xbox, they start making fun of them. They call them Xbox fans and all that. But the same people that are talking about them, look at who they look at. That's the funniest part. Look at who they watch. And then that will conclude that matter. Dolomite, grassroots gaming over here, facts. It's Xbox Day 1 over here for me, man. All day. It's all good. I got my Nintendo Switch. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But it's Xbox all day over here, man. All day over here. I got a strong campaign presence. I got a strong community presence, multiplayer presence. I got strong not consoles, but controller presence. Come on, man. We over here to play video games and stay on them without worrying about if my controller is going to die. That's what we do over here. J-Max on fire. Game Pass has gotten so big, little moves like money-hating BMW doesn't hurt Xbox anymore. Facts. Oh, man, much love, fam. Come sit down and be an Xbox fan over here, man. Talk your talk. Xbox is the Lexus of the car industry. It's the most reliable. Go look it up. Lexus just destroys them. If you ain't never been to a Lexus dealership, go to one. You'll be amazed at the L certification. And like I said, watch this. You got to wonder why no other car brand has a certification like that. It's because Lexus has the money to lose to get a program like that for it to generate customers. See, the brand loyalty is a real thing. A donkey can't talk stupid to me and feel like me owning an Xbox and I'm content with what owning an Xbox because I have brand loyalty is a dumb thing. No, stupid. That's what damn businesses want. They love brand loyalty. They don't want you to go anywhere. What kind of make-believe world you're living in? Then you got them dummies that think they can outsmart it. Well, I own all the consoles. Well, do you get them every generation? I sure do. Well, guess what? Let me let you in on a little secret. You're doing exactly what I'm doing. You're just buying more consoles, dummy. You're not doing anything different. If you're buying all those consoles every generation, you're just a super brand loyalist. You're double what I am, dummy. Stop making narratives and myths that don't make any sense, man. Just because you're not fooling a gamer like me. I done put too many years in. If you own all those consoles, why the hell are you on Twitter X? Why are you even talking? You got too many games to play. Get off of social media. You got all these consoles bragging about you a gamer, but you're doing all of that on Twitter X. You're over on Facebook talking trash. You're on Instagram talking trash. You on TikTok talk. You're everywhere but gaming. You got all these consoles, but you're everywhere but gaming. You're putting up the least clips, but you got everything. That's these idiots, man. I done seen it all. Dolan Knight, J Mac, I've been out here. That's why the streets have spoken. What, bro, I was out here. I seen them. 25 to 30 years ago, I saw when they started bumping their gums. I saw that, and it was okay. They felt like they had something special when they had the PlayStation. But Crash Bandicoot wasn't nothing revolutionary. He was just 3D model. We've been jumping on top of things. We've been breaking blocks. We was doing that stuff with Mario in a 2D form. Like I said, PlayStation was great for the fighters. Once that ended, that was it for PlayStation. That was it. PlayStation became a great DVD player. That's what it became. And Sony saw that. Sony saw that. And to be honest, Sony never could get out of that. They could never shake that again. That was something that they saw that was just too powerful, and they dragged it. Everything, even all the way to PSN. I remember it like it was yesterday. You're paying for Xbox Live? I sure am. Why you got that PSN, man? Well, because it's free. All right. All right. What happened to it? Ain't free no more. Sony, you created them. You created those privileged gamers. You created those entitled gamers. PlayStation fans are the only fans that think every single game should be on PlayStation. They think that controller is built for just gaming. The controller ain't even built for hardcore gaming. So why would they even think that every game should be on that platform? That's stupid. They're the only ones that think like that. Facts. The invisible bully is Xbox. Fact. We call it like we said. Listen, it doesn't hurt me if Microsoft puts some games out there. They got the games to do it. Doesn't hurt me one bit if a donkey plays an Xbox game. How's that hurting me? How's that hurting me? Go ask Sony why they won't make it an open platform, a real cross-play platform, if that's the case. Because then y'all will get slaughtered. Sony don't want y'all to get exposed. And Sony got to pay. PlayStation don't even have dedicated servers. Come on, people. PlayStation don't even have dedicated servers. Don't even have real hardware ray tracing. Get the hell out of here, man. They had to come out and finally tell y'all that the PlayStation 5 is a RDNA 1 point. They even lied about that. See, talk about they wanted to put 2 more points on it. It's a 1.5. No, it's not. It ain't a 1.5. It's a 1.3. It's more like a 1.1. No doubt, Zink. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming out. We about over with anyway, man. So thank you, bro. Facts, Saltness. The controller is only built for stick drift and never charging. Facts. Is facts. But see, what I'm trying to get people to understand is the goodness. See, when something is built off of goodness, it lasts. Microsoft built itself upon backwards compatibility. That was a key feature. It wasn't an addition. It was a key feature in the community. And so as every console that was ever made, backwards compatibility has to remain. It's not an add-on feature. It's part of us. Your controllers go along with you. Everything sinks in. Microsoft is not abandoning nobody. After a while, yeah, they got to discontinue things. Yeah, as tech move on, but that's what anything, right? They ain't making carburetor cars today. That's what anything. We don't have dial-up phones today. Come on. But hey, we move progressively, right? And we move together. Microsoft understands that much. And so your investment sticks with you. And that means something to a gamer. That means something. And when you do good things, the good things will speak for themselves. Game Pass speaks for itself because it was created for a good purpose for gamers. And when COVID came, it became evident that it was a good thing. Look how many times PlayStation has juggled around with PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus is a scam. It's a joke. It's dog shit. That's why. That's why they always got to keep switching it around and switcheroos and all of this other bouncing activities. Can't do a Game Pass. You can't do it. Now, just waiting for that $7.9 billion case to hit. Don't think legal forgot about that. Oh, no. We got a 7.9 lawsuit going on Sony in the UK. It's popping off. It's popping off. Illegal activities on their own player base. Don't forget. Don't forget. Let's see what happens. See what happens. Let's see if Sony can get through that one. See what happens. But in the meantime, people, thanks for coming out today, man. Thank you for letting us talk, man. Thanks. Let legal just come down, sit down at the hard day's work, man. Chill out with my community. Holler at my Xbox fans. Yo, to all y'all, double salute the Chit Chat community, man. Thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for making Di-RRec gaming what it is. You guys is the reason it sticks around. I let you guys dictate what happens to Di-RRec Gaming. That's how this goes. That's how this goes. Y'all dictate if new legal sticks around out here. That's how this goes. In the meantime, Spot 117, man, all the way over to Canada, bro. Let them know where they can catch you at, famo.
Right here on Di-RRec Gaming. Only place. And you'll see me creeping around here and there, yet only right here. And thank you so much for having me over. Even though I don't speak much, I'm always in the back cutting. And
yeah.
Right here.
You never speak much, fam. You're on the couch.
Best channel. You're right here. Di-RRec Gaming.
Hey, man, but I appreciate you coming out with me, though.
I appreciate you having me over. It's how we do it in the community. We all support one another.
Just keep it going. Stop, son. I gotta go, man. Son, we're gonna be back. Hopefully, I got a good special guest too. I'm gonna try to bring a special guest on, so don't worry, son. We're gonna be back, man. I'm gonna reach out, see if I can get a special guest on. We're gonna have some fun. But remember, y'all already know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. Remember, though, listen, before I do that, if you like what we're about, subscribe to the channel. Never miss a beat. Make sure you hit that notification bell for that. Drop an elbow smash on the like button. Leave some comments below. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you would like for us to do. Hey, man, listen. You guys make this channel what it is. So if there's anything that you want us to do or would like for us to do, express yourself out there on the comment section, man. If you want us to disappear, say it. If you want us not to, say it. If you want us to climb mountains, say it. Now, you may not get everything that you want, but I'm just going to say, I'm just saying, people, let us know how you feel. Bring them feelings out here because we're going to drop the truth over feelings. In the meantime, I go by the name of the new legal. This is Spark 117. Remember, y'all, always keep it gaming. Don't let nobody take the extra man away from you. Everybody deserves an extra man. We here to bring gaming to the streets and the streets back to gaming. Thank y'all all for coming out. And we out of here. Peace.
Peace.